Well, it's always good to start with a victory, especially on the road in this league. Certainly excited about the win. I think the focus for our team right now is to look at what lies in front of us, and obviously we've got a very challenging game coming up with Vanderbilt here tomorrow. Vanderbilt's a team, obviously, that's won 6 in a row, and in my opinion, probably playing as good as anyone in our league. Very dangerous team. They shoot the ball well from the perimeter. Obviously, probably have one of the most dominant big men in our league, if not the country, in Ogilvy, in terms of his ability to affect the game in a variety of ways. So it should be a great challenge for our team, and we're looking forward to it.
Questions, Coach? Coach, do you feel like with the game's coming pretty fast and furious now that you're going to have to, I guess, slow down the pace you want to play with the fact that you're lost a few guys in Jefferson Field, maybe not as many guys in the game?
Well, I think we have to play to our identity, and that's the thing we've talked about all year. I think what we want to do with our team is put ourselves in the best situation to win. Every game brings different challenges, and you're not going to do the same thing in one game that you would necessarily need to do for the next. But I do think that we have to have an identity that our guys understand how we expect the game to be played and what we want to do. And for us, that requires us to at times press, at times man, at times zone. We're going to obviously try to push the pace offensively. So we're going to do what we do.
Is the identity of the team, is that something that's fluid, or is that a set philosophy that you would preach to any team?
It's what I believe in. It's what I've coached for a number of years and had great success at a variety of places doing it. So, yeah, it's something that's a staple for who we're going to be.
Coach, what are you going to have to do to slow down A.J. Ogilvy and get the upper hand in this coming in?
Pray. No, he's a very talented player. Obviously, he's the focus for their team, but they've got a variety of good players. You look at their point guard, Beal, is having a great year. They've got a freshman that is one of the tops in the country in three-point field goal percentage shooting. They're led by their small forward, Taylor, who's a leading scorer, very good defender. I mean, they pose a variety of problems. So I think when you look at Vanderbilt, you can't just focus on one guy, even though Ogilvy obviously presents problems. But I think they've got a very good basketball team. They've got a very deep basketball team, and obviously very well coached.
I know you've been playing without Andrew for a while. How did not having him change things and now not having him the rest of the way, how do you feel like that will impact the rotation?
Well, it certainly did not help not having an extra body. Obviously, Andrew started, I think, every game for us before he got injured. So certainly a loss to our team. But I think the thing that our team understands is that we're going to continue to go with guys that are available. And I think obviously we've had a couple of losses here this year, personnel-wise, and certainly you hate to see that happen, but unfortunately that is a part of sports. Injuries do happen. A lot of that's out of our control. So, as a basketball team, obviously we feel for the guys that aren't able to be a part of this season playing, but they're still at every practice. They still are there encouraging the guys at home, on the road. They travel with us. They're still a part of what we're doing. And for our basketball team, it's just a matter of other guys having opportunities to step up and play maybe a little bit bigger role than they would have had that opportunity not presented itself. So, that's kind of how I look at it, and we'll just continue to go forward.
Players who seem to step up and have a better game, better shooter scenario. Sort of talk about how these players.
Well, Scenario obviously is a guy that has been in this league. This is his third year in the league, and I think for Scenario, the thing that we talk about is him understanding how he impacts the game, and the need for him to become consistent in terms of what he does. And I thought that his focus, the energy he played with in the LSU game was where it needed to be. So the challenge for him right now is to to become that consistent defender, that consistent offensive threat. Obviously, you look at not so much his scoring, but I think in the game the other day he had 3, 4, 5 assists in the game, and he's a guy. You look at his assist-to-turnover ratio; has done a very good job this year of being a distributor for us. So he can affect the game in a lot of ways. I told him back in, I guess it was December, when we played Purdue. The name escapes me right now, the young man for them that I think was Defensive Player of the Year. They're small forward, but there's a guy that he'd have games where he'd score maybe 10 to 14 points, but every game, he was there from a defensive standpoint, and he was a game changer on the defensive end. And I think Sonario can be that for us. Again, but that's going to require him to really relish the role that he has and the opportunity that he has for our team. I like the signs of what I saw here in the LSU game.
Coach, could you look ahead one game and a quick comment or two on what Arkansas and the trip to Arkansas means? Well,
I think every road game in this league is awfully challenging. But in my years in the league, I've always felt like Arkansas was one of the tougher places in the league to play. Obviously, you look at them in their last game against Texas. I saw bits and pieces of that game, and I thought they were really impressive with the addition of Courtney Fortson being back with them. I think adds a new dimension to their team. And certainly now that we're all in SEC play, it's a brand new season for everybody. So, we expect a great environment. We expect a very tough road game as typical of this league.
Last question for Coach. Coach, conditioning was such I guess, emphasis in the preseason. How do you feel like the team has held up?
I think we're good now. I think really we going through a few different phases. You look at the preseason conditioning and what we were trying to accomplish just to get ready for practice, and then once we started practice, what it took to get ready to play games. Now we're in that stretch where you have a little break there for Christmas, and you're able to do some things over the Christmas break to try to get yourself prepared for the conference season. So, to me, I'm the type that I want to see how we respond, to different situations and the challenges that league play bring. And I think, for me, I think we still, as a team, have room to grow and room to improve, both mentally and physically. So I think every game, still presents challenges, and hopefully we're a team that will continue to get better as we go through the experiences of the SEC season.